up of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. First down, Mayfield. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jonathan Bullard. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. On 3rd down, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him. So I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to...
A lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now let's go!
On 2nd down, Hyde. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll give to Hyde. Hyde a 1st down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Carlos Hyde, a 22-yard scamper. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go with Howard to begin the drive. Space to maneuver at the 40. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, 75 yards. Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Well, Charles, as Cleveland takes the field again, I got to ask you, if you're a Browns fan, are you more frustrated right now or optimistic about what you've seen weeks 1 and 2?
Can I combine it with frustratingly optimistic?
That's probably a good way to put it.
Because I don't know how much more discipline as a Browns fan. They're 0-16 last year. First 2 games of the year, opportunities abound where you can win games against significant opponents. Pittsburgh at home, at New Orleans, both of them obviously in the playoffs last year. That doesn't get done because your kicking game lets you down. So you've kind of seen it all as a Browns fan. But if you look ahead, if they can find a way to get those wins, or I should say a win, it could start Thursday night against the Jets at home, and then they're at the Raiders, and then home for the Baltimore Ravens. Realistically, those are games that the Browns can win.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Okay, Paul, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. All right, here we go.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. This quarterback now a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Charles. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Gun!
4th down, Mayfield. Move to his left. And that is going to be incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. Well, let's take a step away from this game for a second. Talk about teams that are undefeated through 2 weeks in the NFL season. Miami, Denver, Cincinnati, Tampa Bay. How about those surprises all being 2-0 right now?
Yeah, the Jaguars, the Chiefs, and the Rams are all 2-0. Not a major surprise. You're exactly right, because they have one common characteristic, those teams you mentioned, Miami, Denver, Cincinnati, and Tampa. None of them made the playoffs last year. And what's the one thing we do know about the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before will not make them 2 years in a row. So these teams could be some of the early replacements in the playoff race for 2018.
And one more stat, 62% of teams that start 2-0 make the playoffs. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Trubisky. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, they run with Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They pitch out to Howard. And he's going for a modest gain. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Burton. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing here, Trubisky. Flushed out right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Following the interception, Mayfield. And the ball is knocked out, and I think the Bears have recovered. They have. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A very solid gain of 27. On the toss play, Howard. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is Howard on second down. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Trubisky, forced out to his left. And Robinson with a big catch. A Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now it's Trubisky, buying time to his left. Looking deep for Gabriel. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Detroit!
Mayfield on play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman coming up the middle, gets in there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch him now, Barney! Gun!
Mayfield now. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Pick of Athan, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground. And he will score! Touchdown, Chicago! Mitchell Trubisky, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Parkey with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. He fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield off the play fake. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Flush to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And Hugh Jackson rolls the dice, but it doesn't work for him. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Onto the field now come the Bears. Still a lot that can happen, but you think they get points on this drive, even if it's just 3, should wrap this one up.
And you got to love their starting field position. So if you're the play caller right now, being on the plus side of the 50, you're thinking exactly what you're saying. Get 3, get out of here with at least that. But hey, you might have a chance to put 6 on the board and really take control.
They run with Howard. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go, let's go.
They go with Howard again. Able to push his way through. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
This is Howard on the toss right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Hey, we got 4. Let's go. Switch.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively.
Let's go.
So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Everyone's got 4.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30. And they will for Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Akeem Hicks able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A very solid gain of 27.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the...
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jonathan Bullard in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry from 10 yards out. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
A give to Howard. They find some open field here. Got some real estate inside the 30.